Good morning. It's Wednesday, December 10th, 2014. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 103.
I'm Angela.
My name is Chris. Hey, Angela.
Stole that from you.
You're a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you know, as the holidays approach, Ange, it gets harder and harder to find the good tech news. That's why we've assembled a strike team of tech snipers in our Mumble Room. Time-appropriate greetings, Mumble Room.
Pew, pew, pew.
Good evening.
I like it's good classic sound effects there. Hey, everybody.
Well, you called me a sniper, so what am I going to do?
Hey, you know what? We have a lot to cover today, and I wanted to give a special couple of shout-outs before we get started. Thank you to Keller CW78 in the subreddit.
He's my favorite.
Really? He submitted a bunch of great videos to the subreddit this week. So anyways, I wanted to just give him a special thank you to that. And thank you to everybody who's been over there helping us curating the stories as the news does dry up over the holiday.
Yep.
But let's start with something that I saw going down on Twitter. Everybody was talking about the Pirate Bay yesterday.
Yeah.
Swedish police raided the Pirate Bay, and the site has gone offline. Now, Angela, as we record this show right now, we do have a little breaking news.
This is CNN breaking news.
The Pirate Bay is actually back up in certain areas, turns out. So it is coming back online for some folks, but police in Sweden carried out a raid in Stockholm, seizing servers, computers, and other equipment. At the time, the Pirate Bay and several other torrent-related sites went offline. There's been no official statements made. However, in Sweden, authorities confirmed that local police carried out a raid in Stockholm during that morning. They said there's been a crackdown in a server room in Greater Stockholm. This is in connection with violations of copyright law, read the statement. So that sounds like a pretty much a slam dunk.
Isn't it a peer network?
BitTorrent itself is, but the Pirate Bay that centralizes the index that you can search and list is, well, it's a central index.
But it's just an index
Right.
of where the files are.
Right.
It's just connecting. It's a middleman.
Yes.
They're not actually hosting
Correct.
copyrighted. Yeah.
Good point to bring up. I mean, I think we've talked about the Pirate Bay for so long, we sometimes forget to point that out. But yeah, it's true.
Because I'm a genius.
Something like that.
That's why I'm on Tech Talk Today.
Maybe.
That's why I have 3 shows now, technically.
Wow. Do you want to just keep going?
I do half the show.
You should have made I thought maybe you could get a dig in there about having kids and...
No.
Oh.
No, I won't get on that soapbox.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's... so anyways...
Natural. All 3 of them.
Wow. Really? You're just throwing that in there right now? All right. Anybody in the Mumble Room? Eric, do you have a guess how long until the Pirate Bay is back up online?
That's one of those sites that is hard. It's like a cockroach. You can't kill it.
Yeah, it's a whack-a-mole kind of thing.
It's a whack-a-mole thing because I guarantee the server in Sweden was not the only server area. That was just one piece of the larger picture. I'm sure they have servers all over mirroring, so it's like you can't keep it down.
Now, Lionhead, be honest. This hit you hard because you've been looking for TNG Season 7 that just hit Blu-ray.
Oh yes, that's a huge problem. But no, it's close to home though. It's just my neighboring country.
Yeah, I know. That is interesting. So you're our closest on-the-ground reporter, okay? So this is your top story to follow for us. You're our boots-on-the-ground, Lionhead. And
sure.
Maybe get out the binoculars and keep an eye on them over there. Hey, you know, I want to mention something before we go on. Yesterday, was it? Yeah, gosh, just yesterday?
Wow.
What? Your face?
Yeah.
The video's a little stretched right there.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
So I made a huge confession. Here's what I wrote in the description. I'll just read the description. And this is a video we posted for our Tech Talk Today patrons. Documented for all, the very moment that Chris jumps the shark. And a sacrifice so great it could only be made for his art, a shocking revelation is made.
Jumps the shark?
You've never heard of jumping the shark?
No.
Come on.
What?
No.
Come on.
Nope.
All right, hold on. We're just going to take a quick...
Okay.
So anyways, that video is available to
Fonzie.
patrons. So anyways, if you're a Tech Talk Today patron, patreon.com/TechTalk.
We're going to cut our plug short so that we can talk about Jump the Shark.
Patreon.com/today. Tell them about it, Ange.
Well, you can go there and you can donate or subscribe on a monthly basis for as little as, well, I think you could go as little as $1, but that might not cover the processing fees. So $3 would be ideal. Anything more than that is awesome too.
And it funds the whole damn network, and we really appreciate it. All right, Ange, so hopefully this doesn't get us taken down, but see, there was this show back in the day called Happy Days, and this character called,
Yeah.
and Fonzie, see, there's a shark there, and I don't want to get us pulled down from YouTube, But Fonzie jumps the shark, and everybody kind of universally considers this to be the moment that the show went off the rails and never recovered. So that I believe in that video was my jump the shark moment, and I documented exclusively for our patrons. Boy, this clip is a lot longer than I remember. The jump the shark clip. I'm still watching it right now. So I think the shark jump's coming up, but I don't know. I don't want to get us pulled down. But it's you know what? I'll link it in the show notes. How about that? That's a good compromise.
Wow. That's a definite build-up.
I can't believe you've never heard about jumping the shark.
Nope.
It's a pretty well-known thing.
It's a term now for when shows basically have hit their peak, they're on the way down, and that's the moment that it happens.
Speaking of jumping the shark, Comcast is getting sued for turning on your home Wi-Fi. Now, we've talked about this before on the show.
Oh my gosh. I totally saw that coming.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. The San Francisco Chronicle is reporting that a class action suit has been filed against Comcast in the district court in San Francisco on behalf of Toyer Greer. Is that how you say it, you think, Ange?
I'm not looking at it.
The daughter of Joyce Harris, claiming that Comcast is exploiting them for profit by using their home router as part of a nationwide network of public hotspots. Comcast is trying to compete with major cell phone carriers by creating public Wi-Fi. And although Comcast said its subscribers have the right to disable the secondary signal, the suit claims the company turns the service on without permission.
Wow.
It also places the cost of its national Wi-Fi network onto the cost of its consumers.
Yeah, it should be an opt-in, not an opt-out.
The complaint reads tens of millions of dollars per month of electricity bills needed to run the nationwide public Wi-Fi network have been moved on to consumers. The suit also says the data and information on Comcast customers' network is at greater risk because the hotspot network allows strangers to connect to the internet through the same wireless router used by Comcast customers.
Yeah, it is crap. Like when we covered this, gosh, months ago, But
you remember one of the surprising responses we got was from our listeners across the pond that say, actually, this is already happening over here. And the other thing is, Comcast is using dedicated channels, they say, in the cable.
Yeah, I know they say that, but it still is, like, it is a blatant, like, they're avoiding their own costs.
And the other thing is, any load on that cable network slows down your connection.
Exactly.
Bandwidth is bandwidth, no matter what.
Yeah. So they are using your own router. Well, I guess it's their router, but they're using the device on your premises using your power and the service you pay for to provide service to other customers.
Yeah. They can do it if they want to give, like, a 20% discount.
Right.
Sure. Why not?
That seems like the fair way to go.
But
here's what it's like. It's like putting a public water fountain off of your water main between the meter and the house.
Right. Except that you're not like with water, you're paid for usage. With internet,
right?
The
thing is, anybody who comes by and uses that is using that.
I just want Wi-Fi everywhere, like cell signal.
But it's an intangible.
And thing. I don't want Comcast to be the one to deliver it.
Right? I have seen the Xfinity like wireless available.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't connect to it unless you sign into a Comcast. It's bull crap.
Yeah. Well, that's just for their Comcast customers.
Well, it should be free for everyone.
So there's some security flaws just announced for Xorg. Well, if you're not a Linux user, I guess you probably don't care too much. But they date back to code from 1987. So, some of the worst Xorg security issues just publicized in an Xorg security advisory. The vulnerabilities deal with protocol handling issues that led to 12 CVEs being published and code dating back to 1987, all within X11. Fixes for the X server are temporarily available in the Git repository. Patches are still pending. Not much you can do at this point other than go build your own X server. But expect to see really important patches for code that, when it's something that goes back this far, it means it's on everybody's machine. So it means it's something that can be widely exploited across all kinds of devices.
So you're right. News is pretty bad.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
You think that's no good?
I'm totally bored by that article.
All right, okay, that's fair.
That's just me. No, I just don't know anything about it. And I don't know,
well, you don't need to. It's really just for those of us in the Linux community that follow this. And don't look. It's our Kickstarter. It's almost time for our Kickstarter. So there you go. Anybody have anything to comment on before we move the F on? It's just horrible. You're right. It's a horrible news day. I feel horrible. I'm sorry, everybody.
Fine.
No, it's horrible. I'm sorry. We should just move on to some other It's just the way it goes, I suppose. But why don't we kick off our Kickstarter of the week with actually an Indiegogo. We've had requests to cover Indiegogos.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I
Are
don't
you
mind
looking at the thing
that.
right
I
now?
was looking at the logo that says Indiegogo.
All right. Yeah, they got a new
Jeez
logo
Louise.
today. So it's called Mars. It's a levitating. Oh, Mars by Crazy Baby, a levitating Bluetooth speaker.
Nope.
Now,
Pass.
okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I wanted to make. I wanted to make.
my decision is made.
I wanted to make.
No.
I wanted to make a caveat. You're gonna be super skeptical at first. I should have said this before I even said the name. But hang in there, because it actually turns out to be kind of cool.
Well, I'm
and
sold by planets and the indication of a baby that's crazy.
Here's the other thing. They wanted a goal of 100,000. They've raised $327,990.
That is
They're
ridiculous.
328% funded with 23 days left. So they probably have something here.
Holy moly.
Right. So they might have something.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready for this? Now, picture this like in
Pretty sure I'll say no.
our kitchen or the bathroom. Okay, get ready.
All
Here we
right.
go. Skeptical. Put that up on the shelf and embrace the
We
Indiegogo
love
video.
music, and we don't want anything to get in the way of how it sounds. But placing speakers on a surface leads to sound quality loss. Not anymore.
The levitating Bluetooth
Welcome
speaker.
to the future of wireless sound. Introducing Mars, the levitating portable Bluetooth speaker with high-fidelity sound, subwoofer, and 8 hours of battery life. Mars is equipped with an ultra-thin 1.75-inch high-frequency horn. By using a world-renowned
Look at that.
audio compression solution,
Breaking it out.
it retains the full integrity of original digital audio and is optimized for real-time zero-loss audio streaming. 360-degree hi-fi sound projection means there's no back of the speaker, and everyone gets the best spot
That's
in the
sweet.
room.
Like in the kitchen, that'd be sweet.
The ultra-durable levitating
And look,
speaker
you can
is
take
made
just
from
the speaker.
aircraft-grade aluminum, waterproof up to 3 feet deep, and is also magnetic.
Look at that.
In the office, Mars doubles as a speakerphone with its built-in high-sensitivity microphone. And the portable subwoofer has 2 USB ports for charging your phone during long conference calls.
How about that?
Mars can also adjust its volume based on your proximity to the device and
cool
can be
is that?
controlled with your phone. We believe that our technology will forever change the way you listen to music.
I'm Alan Zhao, an industrial designer.
All right, so there you go. It's pretty crazy. I love the smart sound system. I love the 360 degrees for something like in the kitchen. It hovers like a boss. Can we just
No.
mention that it hovers?
Nope.
It's got built-in USB to charge your devices.
Okay, but it only has an 8-hour battery life, so that's just going to suck the battery life of the unit out, too.
Okay, come on. Why have we been watching Star Trek all these years if we don't want hovering speakers?
I do like the idea that it that nobody, or there's no back of the speaker. That is actually a really neat consideration that really can't be done any other way.
And I
don't
like
know.
that it's detachable from the sub. I think that's super neat. And
Yeah,
it's magnetic.
I knew it was magnetic.
That is so cool.
I think that's how it hovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is genius. I don't know. They go on and on about it. You can see it's pretty successful so far. I think it's pretty neat. The pricing obviously is an issue right now. The lowest price you can get at is a limited time offering, $189, which is 28% off retail. You get the levitating speaker, the subwoofer, you get white or black, and they have.
I like how they're saying the percentage off retail.
Yeah.
That's because whenever we see these, I never know, like, okay, well, how much is this
Yeah,
going to
this
sell
is-
for? Am
this-
I buying it for like $50 more than it's going to sell for?
This is
Should I
going
just
to
wait?
market. This is going to market.
Oh, totally.
When you get a video like that,
It
just
totally is.
that video alone costs more than a lot of these people have for the whole campaign.
Yeah, but no, I'm not going to. I don't. Nope.
Mumble Room, anybody impressed?
I just,
Go
I
Lionhead.
Well, I love it for a lot of reasons, but I have my concerns as an audio engineer about a few things on it, like the diffraction down to the cylinder. I don't know how well it is in all axes and all that, so I need to try to find some kind of test before I even try to back this up.
That is a good question. How good could it actually sound? And of course, there's no way to really know that until you get one. But to me, I love the idea. So when it's off, like the disc sits in the top of the cylinder. So you walk in on your phone, you start up a podcast like in your kitchen while you're making dinner, and
like
the disc,
a Jupiter Broadcasting podcast.
Exactly, and the disc frickin' levitates up, and the intro music of your favorite podcast starts playing. Come on. That is cool.
Let's wait till it goes to stores.
You can also, so for even more monies, $329, you get a stereo pair. They link up and do stereo sound.
I like all the things title suggestions.
Oh my gosh, this is just the coolest. I need it when it's like $80.
Yeah, $189 is just a bit too much.
But that would make a pretty unique gift for somebody. So, anyways, it's called the Mars or something, and we'll have a link in the show notes if you want to go grab it. I think it's pretty neat. I mean, they're obviously seeing a massive success. They've raised 328% of their goal, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So that'll wrap it up for today for Tech Talk. Don't forget that BSD Now will be on the live stream a little bit after us. So if you want to join us on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, you can stick around and catch BSD Now on the live stream. And then in the late evening, when Chase finally gets here, we do Unfiltered. It's going to be a big one this week. A lot to cover. So a lot of good shows still coming up on Wednesday. You can join us here tomorrow and Friday. jblive.tv, jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar for the time in your local's time zone. Also, the contact page if you want to email the show, and the subreddit, techtalktoday.reddit.com. That's where you go to make this show better, to give us stories, videos, things like that. In fact, I would love some retro holiday videos.
Yeah.
It's like the only time of the year I can legitimately play them.
Yep.
So I don't have a whole bunch, but since you're here today, Andrews.
Now that you say that, we're gonna do Christmas in July.
That'd be funny. But I figured since you're here, I'll play one that Keller CW submitted to the subreddit,
Great.
which was a big thanks. And this is a fun one. All right, thanks for being here, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
From Atari, made especially for systems from Atari. The video game that lets you help E.T. get home just in time for Christmas. Happy holidays.